Did I think I'd ever be captain one day? I mean, I think when I first played, the first 2 or 3 I played in, that was a long way from my mind. I was not even contemplating or thinking about that. But I suppose as the years went by and you played in more, yeah, it probably did come into the back of your mind that perhaps one day you would want to be captain, and obviously been lucky enough to be given that opportunity. You do take little bits from everyone. I mean, obviously every captain does it their own way, but I think you just pick up little things. And I think especially, I've been a pick, I've not made it, and I've made it on merit. So I mean, I think you pick up things in how that was all, how that all happened. So I mean, I think it's just I think you definitely pick up things from different captains. I mean, what they are, I think perhaps subconsciously you've picked up things over the years. My Solheim highlight, I think, would be Barca back in, I think that was 03. That was the first winning team I'd been on. That was the first one, I think, where the crowds really were huge. They had massive crowds there in Sweden. And I was lucky enough to get the winning point, beat Rosie Jones on I remember that hole, the 17th, straight away par 4 with the trees. So yeah, I've actually got a picture of that in my house. So yeah, that's probably my most special memory. I think the first one I played in, I actually had the honour of losing the point that let the Americans win. So you feel terrible actually, because you feel like you've let everyone down. You've let all the teammates, the captains, all the people there, wanting you to win. I mean, I know it's a team event, but when you're actually that one who loses the point, I think it makes it feel a lot worse. I mean, I would say, I thought Alison Nicholas was very good. She spoke. Lotte Neumann did it different. She was very quiet, but in her own way was very good. Suzanne's always fiery, so I think it's just different people. It's not that you even need to say much. You just need to be confident in the way you kind of approach it. So I think you can get different things. I've been up to Gleneagles quite a few times. Obviously been around the course a few times and seen what we're going to be doing for it. I mean, a few tweaks here and there. I mean, I think the staff at Gleneagles know how to prepare a golf course for an event, and it'll be, immaculate. There's a lot of the runoff areas. I mean, it's an inland course, but it's quite a European inland course, I would say. To win a Solheim Cup, obviously, the team needs to putt well. I mean, I think it's just holding that crucial putt sometimes at the right time. Obviously, you've got to get some good pairings, you've got to get that chemistry between the players, but ultimately it comes down to the team that putts the best, I would say. I think it's talking to the players and knowing the players and knowing what they're wanting, whether they're wanting a similar game or a similar personality. I think in that everyone's different, everyone's looking for something different. So I think that's where, trying to get to know the players and knowing what they want. Yeah, I mean, the last one, obviously I didn't make the team. It was vice captain, so went out there, really looking forward to my role as the vice captain, because obviously by then you were thinking perhaps I might like to be captain someday, so I was looking forward to finding out about all that goes on behind the scenes. And then I think I heard Annika had phoned me on the Sunday night before I left just to say Suzanne was injured, and I knew I was the name in the envelope perhaps if someone was injured. But so I went there kind of still not really thinking I'd be playing. You still think the person's going to play, but then I think by the Tuesday when Suzanne arrived, it was looking pretty dodgy that she was going to play. So then I think the Wednesday evening she decided she couldn't do it, and I jumped in. So I think that's where I suppose the experience helped. Having played in so many, you knew what to expect. I think that would have been a tough situation perhaps for a rookie. Be different, because obviously as a captain you can't, once they're out in the golf course, there's really nothing you can do. You've just got to watch. So I suppose for having played for so many years, I haven't been a golf watcher at a tournament, so that'll be quite different for me. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I've not been emotional. Perhaps I don't show it as much as others, but you're certainly very emotional inside. Yeah, I mean, obviously I've spoken to Alison Nicholas. I thought I enjoyed her as a captain. I was probably perhaps at my peak then when she was captain, so I was quite involved in everything. Spoken to Paul McGinley, obviously with him being captain at Gleneagles, you got some great insight from him, and spoken to Thomas Bjorn, so Annika, so spoken to a lot of people. I think you can pick up things from all the past captains, but at the end of the day you still got to do it your way.